Radio check.
Evening, welcome along to the mover at the V Shell track. Now I've been promising this for a couple of days, to be fair. There is a GT series, sprint series round this track at the moment. Now I've never driven this track, and I promised for a couple of days I was going to try and learn the track and give you a bit of an idea as to what goes through my mind learning tracks to the best of my ability. So what we'll do first of all was we'll do a few laps around the track, see how we are, quite slowly type of thing, because I don't know anything about the track. I know it's quite windy and it's tricky in some places, so I'm not too sure exactly what's what. There are a couple of other drivers on the track and everything, so we're going to have to be careful, watch our mirrors and all like that. But that adds to the fact of driving a track while you go to the cars on there. Alright, so what we'll do is, we'll do this first of all for a while, and then when we get to, I think it's about 1/4 past, the race takes place. So what we'll do first of all is we'll try and learn the track, try and get as quick as we possibly can. I think the time that the setup is saying is 1:48. Now that ain't gonna happen with a track that you've never driven before and stuff. Alright, so they're away now, so it's going to give us a bit of a gap behind us. So let's crack on and see if we can get somewhere near the 155s or 152s, somewhere around about there, hopefully, and see if I can learn this track. Alright, I say we might be interacting with some of the guys that are on there at the moment. They're practicing as well, but as I say, practicing with those comes from literally the first time out the pits. Alright, so I hope you enjoy this while you're going. There'll be people joining in the chat as we go. If you do join in, by all means put your name in the chat and we'll have a bit of crap with you, see where you're from, what your experiences of racing is. But I hope you enjoy it.
Pit lane speed limit is 25 miles per hour. All clear on pit exit.
Okay, so we don't know what's up. We know it's very, very twisty. We don't know what's tight, what's not. There's the end of the pit lane. Okay, so that's tight but opens up. Oh, hang on. And then there's a left. So it's right, left, right. And it's quite tight. Okay, this one here, that's open. Open. That one's tight. Really tight. Really, really tight. This corner here is open. Open, and then you can see in the next corners, which is handy. Open. This one's open by the looks. Not that open though. And there's a left-hander here we'll brake for, and then a right. Now that looks tighter. But you let yourself drift out over the brow, and this looks tight here as well. So let's brake at the 50 marker. Try and cut it in. With a straight and another tight bend. Try and keep that on the apex on the inside. Oh, it's a double tight bend. We'll try and keep that double tight bend on the inside. That looks open. And another closed one here. Brake at the 100. Try and keep it tight in there. Stop at the 50. Oh, that's the open one for the end. So that's the full lap. We've done a full lap. Now the first three corners, we'll learn it in segments, that's what I tend to do. Learn in segments. So the first three corners is quite closed off. They're like quite tight. They're not really flying. Oops. So it's right, left, right. Don't know if I'm in the right gear or anything, but we're just getting used to the flow of the track at the moment. I think this was open, wasn't it? Yeah, this was quite open. And this one was closed, wasn't it? Oh, it was closed a lot quicker than that. But we've still got there. And this was like 3 open corners, wasn't it really? Not full tilt, but quite fast. Yeah, it's like a triple corner that. Oh, watch the sausage. Let's not hit the sausage, shall we not? That was open, then a tight right, wasn't it? Okay. Then we went over the brow. There was a tight right again, so we broke with the 50. In the apex, opens out again. This was a double tight left, wasn't it? Really, really tight left. So tighter than we thought. So we got the corner right, but we didn't get the how tight it was right. So it's sinking in, it's starting to sink in, you know. 100 marker, because this was tight as well. So after the tight right, after the tight left, there was a tight right, and then this is the open one for the main straight, isn't it? So we can take that faster and just let it drift across, a little bit like the last corner in Barcelona, really. Evening, Johnny. I take it you know what we're doing. We're just learning the V-shell track. Slowly but surely. This is what goes through my mind when I'm learning a track. So it's left, right, left. Tight on the end of that section. And this was quite open. So was this. And then this was tight, wasn't it? And then this was 3 open corners. Not full tilt, but not too bad. Now we'll have to have a look at the video. Oh, that's not as open as I thought. I'll have to have a look at the video to see what our first lap was of this. So at the moment 2:02 was our fastest lap. So we'll take it as 2:02 was the slowest we did. And this one here. We took it in second, probably a third corner of that. Well, this is really tight, isn't it? Tighter than even we thought last time. Double left-hander, then a right. So again, it's all starting to sink in. This was a tight right-hander in here, so we'll break it 100 again. Into second. Really tight. And then this one is the last corner to the main straight. We're taking third this time. We took it second last time. So we should be taking some time off that time at the bottom 2:02, hopefully. So we're now in the 150s. But we're aiming for a 150 somewhere like that. So that was tight there. Then there was this open one and then the tight one. And then it went down and you were like a tight over the brow, sorry, open over the brow, open left, which led to the tight left down the hill. Really tight down the hill. Then there was the 3 open corners, but it ended with the not so open right-hander. So you can see that down there, you can actually see the corner. And this isn't that open. Then it's open left, tight right. Tighter than that right. So we're getting to know the lefts and rights, but we're not actually right on it yet to get an idea how tight that is. So tight right, this one, and this is tight double right left. And then a right, and to another tight right. So it's starting to sink in. And then the last one for the main straight. So we can really put it down there. That's a lot quicker than we're currently taking it. So we made a couple of mistakes on there, and we're back up time wise, and 1:55 is our quickest. So here we've got, now we've got right, left, right. You can see you're preparing for the corner quicker now, because you know what's coming up. Over the brow, and then an open left. And then brake earlier. and that's better. You get a better exit out of that. This is the series of 3 open corners over the brow. This one not so open. Open left, tight right. And you see how it's starting to flow now. You're starting to get an idea and you're preparing for the corner as well. This one again, a tight right, so we'll brake at the 50. And then you can let it go out because you've got this little bit of straight. Now this is the tight double right. And then there's a left. Off track, but we nearly got it. And then there's a tight right and then the last right. This will be a 3rd gear. So you can see on the relative underneath there we're 3 seconds up nearly. This should be a 153 or something, yeah. So let's try and beat the 153 now. Oh dear. Open down the hill to the tight left. Could probably do a little bit more turn on the setup, to be honest, in that one. And these are the open corners. Just try and keep them in neat in the corner, into the right hand side there, so you don't get it off track like I've just done. Then the left and the right. And over the brow and the right hand down the straight. So you can see how it's getting quicker now. Double right hander. First one's really tight. Then you can accelerate out flat through there. And then the tight right. Brake a little earlier, you'll get in, turn into the corner quicker. Got away without an off track there. And then you can let that drift out, get the acceleration down as quick as you can. So although we lost time there, it was about the same, and we had the near accident with the Mustang. So let's have a look this time. That's almost tight hairpin, that. So this is now open right, open left, down the hill to the hairpin. So we've got into 5th gear going out towards that now. We're starting to get braver towards the approaches of all these corners. We've got this here, this is tighter. Then left, right. It's best if you just take a little bit of the speed off that. It helps you get set up for the right hander. And the double right, really right, tight, I mean. So we'll beat with time again. So all of a sudden, within about 5-6 laps, you've gone from not knowing the track at all to not letting somebody in front of you get away. Somebody who probably knows the track, to be fair. Now you can crest that really confident that you know where you're going next. That's where you get your speed. Again, these open corners, keep it tight in though. Tighter here, just drop it a gear. And then prep for the right-hander by taking it slower there. Much faster through there. And you can feel yourself, you're getting more and more confidence with it. I think we can go faster through there. Because that's so tight, you need to take it wide. That is really tight there.
Okay, Steve, we need to watch these track limits.
And that's about as fast as you can take that one as well. But we're still up, but it's counting down towards the line. Took 0.1 of a second faster. Okay, so let's have a look at this, see what we can do this time. So we're not up yet, but we are now. Well, we'll be in a second. Might take that a little bit wider, see if we can get across there. Again, take this out wide and then cut them in. So we're down to 153s now though. We know there's a straight after that, so you can still keep a little bit of power on. Wide here. Not that wide.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits.
So the next lap should really be looking at getting a complete lap without pretty much any mistakes. So we've cut the time down again. 153, so let's try and get under the 153s. I mean, we're still miles off the pace, don't get us wrong. And we're already up on this lap. Try and keep this a little bit wider, give us a bigger turning circle. That's better. That's much better, because this just doesn't want to go around there. So out wide and then cut it in again. Tricky little S's. So we're nearly 1.5 seconds up this one. This is the one where it all comes together. just this corner. This is the deal breaker, this corner here. And this one down here, we've got to get this really tight. Because this setup's just drifting out, there's no real grip on the front tyres here, to be honest. Early exit. I've actually just beat with time by 2.4 seconds there. So we're now down to a 150. So we wanted to get down to a 150 of some description. We're P10 as far as the people who have gone around here in this practice session is concerned. But that's what goes through my mind when we're trying to learn a track. Literally just take your time, get your bearings, and then start and put little pressure on, little pressure on. Think of the little times, the little setups between corners as well. It's not just about taking a corner, it's about, have you got to ease off? Like say for instance the S bends down here. When you go down, if we go to here, it's not this one, is it? No. So as you go down here, there's a left right. So this is the tight one. I'm just going around slow now so I'm getting an idea. These are the open corners. So you can take that literally as one corner. One, same corner, same corner, same corner. Literally, it's like a corner in Turkey. This one here. So you can go around this bit fast if you wanted to. However, if you go around this bit fast, before you know it, if you're here, you need to be way over this side to get around that right-hander. So you need to approach it and slow down and hit this apex about here. Not outside here, but you need to be about on this apex here. If you get this apex here, it makes the exit from this next one so much faster. So you're cutting it there and you can actually just cut across and you take the outside apex. That's the ideal line. And you're getting an earlier, no, you do get an earlier exit as well. And as you drive through here, you need to know, right, there's a straight after this, so you can actually take this wide and cut it in and let it drift out, because you need to try and carry as much speed as you can up this one. Then this is the danger one. So this is the one where it's a double left-hander. Keep it in tight there, because see how this cuts in. Ideally you want to hit there, but you're not going to get that every time. And just keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight, and again, and then straight across here. So that's basically how it works. You need to get fast exits in iRacing. Brake it here. You don't want to be drifting out wide, you want to try and keep it as tight as you can. Bang! Acceleration. And this one here, you can drift a little on the 50 marker, just before the sausage. And then away you go up the straight. So what we'll do is we'll just do one more, probably a little bit slower because I haven't done the full run up to the line type of thing. Oh, it's not a very good setup this actually, to be fair. This is just before the hairpin, isn't it? So you start to get bearings even when you've stopped in the middle of your floor, you know, you get to know, ah, right, that's where I am. It all helps you with the speed. Knowing where you are is as much, say just one big corner this if you can. See? And then this here, ease off here a bit, cut it in tight, and then you get a better exit. It's still a tight corner, but you do get a better exit earlier. This one here you can cut it in and drift it, because you know there's a straight there, and this is the tight one. So there's the outside curb, there's the inside one, straight across here. Really tight, this one. And just before the sausage come off the curb. Right, let's see what we can do. So we're down to 150.9, I believe, wasn't it? Let's see if we can beat that, just for a laugh. We might not, like. So it was spun off last time, but we're now flat through there. Fifth. And this open big corner. Ease up for the right hander. And down to the right hander that you can actually flow across. You can take that third, this is definitely second. Hit that. And slow there. Oh, wasn't conscious. I was looking at the clock there.
Watch the track limits, please, Steve.
So we're going to be slow, but not by a lot. So we made a mistake there, and we're still, you know, relatively close to our fastest time.
Car 33, just set the fastest lap, 47.45.
So he's doing 47s, which is, you know, I'm not going to challenge that, you know.
Front left, 84%. Left rear, 89.
The track, Johnny, is the V shell that I was promising you I would do you a tutorial on. Because I've never driven this track before, and literally just to give you an idea, once you watch the video back, it give you an idea of what goes through my head learning a new track. And what you could do, there's all sorts of things you can do. You can get overlays which will have the track map on there, but I thought let's try and learn the track without the track map on to see where we can be looking at, you know. So we've learnt the track. There are so many different versions of this, that's the problem. So many different versions, but this is the track that the GT Sprint series is running on. So shortly there's going to be a race. So we've just learnt it, gone from scratch, just learnt it. We've got the setup on. So what I'll do is I'll have a quick break, and then what I'll do is we'll come back and we'll get into the GT Sprint series and see how it benefits us from being absolute no-hopers to still being no-hopers. But faster no-hopers, do you know what I mean? That's what we need to be. We need to be no-hopers with a little bit of cred. But let's have a look at it. Let's go for a break. About 5 minutes or so, and I'll be back with you as quick as I can. So welcome back. We are now in the pit. So we've actually joined the lobby, and there's not much practice time to go for. We're going to go straight into the qualifying by the looks. Now I tend not to bother the front lads by going with the quali setup and stuff like that. We'll just hang fire at the back and see where the cards fall, if you like. So we've got our first initial test of the track, where we've gone from not knowing any of the corners right the way through to coming up with like a 150.9, I think it was, something like that. So we've made lots of headway, and it's in our head now where, right, that track does this, that and the other. Now sometimes it's a little bit easier when you're actually in a race following other cars around, because you get an idea of where they're going next. But what you don't get is a sense of where you need to just feather the throttle and prepare for the next corner. You don't really know, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the qualifying. We're going to see exactly how we get on in the qualifying, see where we stack up against everybody else. And obviously what we're not going to do is we're not going to hassle anybody else's race, because we're just going to be going around and trying to get as quick as we can in best places we can. And if the opportunities arise, then we'll take them. If they don't, then that's fine. But we're not going to get into like fights with people, because there are some people in this who just purely do this series, and we don't want to get in their way because it's like them crashing into us or something we might do. But this is just like a little tutorial for people who maybe think, how do I learn tracks and things like that. And as I said in the tutorial part of the video, you can put like an overlay on there, whereby you'll have like iOverlay or something, which is a free overlay, and it gives you a track map top left, or you can put it anywhere you want, really, to be honest. But it'll give you a rough idea of what's coming next. However, some tracks, when you're doing that, the corners come that fast, and this is probably one of them, to be fair, apart from Main Straight. You don't get the chance to look at the map and then prepare yourself for what the corner is. So sometimes it's better, for me personally, I think it's better if I just concentrate on the cars ahead or where the road is leading to, type of thing, and then you can adjust from that, really. So we've got the setup on. The practice has only got 18 seconds left, and then we'll get into qualies. And like I say, we don't expect to be anywhere in this. We fully expect to be losing iRating, but trying to keep a hold of safety rating, and that means that we've kept on the track and we've kept it nice and safe. So, and what will happen is when we do this race, the next time we do it, we'll remember this race, and it just starts to build up knowledge-wise. Do you know what I mean? Like different layers. And once you get loads and loads of layers on, you start thinking, right, well, it's just comes second nature. So if you take the Nord Cypher, for example, something like 134 corners, when I first started driving that, I was pants. I mean, crashed. I couldn't get like a quarter around the track. But now, because I've raced it so often, it just starts becoming like I suppose like a dance, really. You know, you're dancing with the track because it's there, and you've got to use those. You're going to go around those corners in the same momentum, you know, and try and get faster and faster and faster all the time. But like I say, we're going to take it easy on this one, and hopefully we'll try and get somewhere near 150. But there are other people on this who are doing 147s, and it's no embarrassment to be miles away if you've never really raced it before. So let's have a look and see what we can do in quali.
Okay, Steve.
So we'll have
2 laps to get the job.
We've got to bear in mind that there are cars doing the quali as well. We've got to keep out of their way, and it's cold tyres.
The track temps
Fairly cold tyres.
129 Fahrenheit.
Fairly cold tyres. We'll try and keep enough of a distance so we don't have to slow for any faster cars coming round. And this is the open corner, which will be dangerous on cold tyres, because they'll just slide round there. out to the outside of here and then cut this in. Mind the sausage. Get an early exit out of there. And you get the speed down this straight, you see. Tight here but drift out. Not too much though. And then this is really tight. Try and get it as tight as you can. You see with the cold tyres it's just not wanting to turn. So we're doing alright. Straight away we've remembered the track. See what I mean? You've got your first layer of knowledge, you've remembered the track, you ain't going off it anymore. And now we've still got cold tyres, so the first quali lap maybe is nowhere near the 150. But the tyres should be bedded in by the second quali lap, you know. These tyres are terrible. And just as a test, see if you can remember what comes next.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 125 Fahrenheit.
That seemed to take forever, that corner. Nah, the tyres are not gripping.
Track limits.
Nowhere near gripping. I knew where we were going, I just couldn't turn it.
The leader has just done a 150.09.
Even the leader's only doing a 150. Just not, look how that just does not turn. Wow. Setup's awful.
The leader's just done a 149.35.
Nowhere near good enough this setup, like the front tyres are just drifting out like. So see if you can remember the track. So we're over 3 seconds up here, nearly 4 seconds up now. 153 we come up with. That was like
The flag, it's over.
the track is so slippy in real conditions than it was in the practice conditions. So the conditions will always change how you approach corners, but as long as you've got a knowledge of where those corners are and a rough idea of how you should approach them, you're always going to like get round it. You know, you're not going to go flying off. Do you know what I mean? Driver view isn't on. Oh, wonder why that is. It is on the stream according to me. Let's have a look at that. Like, I'm watching the stream as well. Why is that not on? It is on the stream.
That's too much mucking about. They're telling us they won't count your lap. You need to reset the car and start over.
Let's have a look.
That's the end of the session for P20.
Let's have a look there, see if I can alter this. Don't know what's happened there. So we're on the grid, P20.
Line up on the left side. The estimated SOF is 1,838. Pit road is closed. There are a lot of points on the table. Be smart and get a good finish.
The race will start in 30 seconds.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
I don't understand what's happened there, to be honest, Johnny.
Everyone's gridded.
Okay,
I probably
Steve,
will.
some good
I'm
driving
going to
out
have to do
there.
the race because
Target is to finish around
it's there now.
22. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. Strength of field is 1800. Rolling start. Get ready. Follow car number 5 in the left column.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm
We
going
need
to do a
catch up
missed
to the
start,
guy
see if I
ahead.
can
The
fix
pace car
this.
speed is 56 miles per hour.
Let's see if this fixes it. Right, I think that's fixed it, Johnny. Hopefully it has. So we've missed the start, that's alright. We'll start from the pits. No, we're going to start from the pits. I think I fixed it. I don't know why it's gone off there. It shouldn't have gone off there. Corey, how's it going, mate? This is the guy from Canada that I know. quite rapid. So we're just going to go from the pits. Yeah, can you hear us and everything, Johnny? Yeah. So we'll just wait for them to go by, and we'll see how we get on. As I say, there's no real danger of sort of getting anywhere with this. We're not here to win the race or anything like that. It's purely about how competitive we can be without really knowing what the track is, you know, and that's the whole point of it. So I do apologise for the screen going off. But we'll rectify that in the video. We'll try and edit the video. So here we are, starting from the pits, waiting for the whole grid to go around on a warm-up lap. We're going to have the disadvantage of having cold tyres, however. But that's okay. It gives us a couple of laps to get used to it. And as I say, it's just a case of, see, when you've gone through the tutorial, see if you can remember where the corners are. And when you're wrong, be honest how many corners you got wrong and how you went too fast into one, too fast into another. So just imagine you're in the car, alright? And just let me know how well you did.
The track temperature is falling. It's now
Anybody new into the
Fahrenheit.
Into the chat there? There's 4 people watching at the moment. Thank you very, very much for coming in. Stewie's in there. We've just done a tutorial on here of the track. We've never driven this before. All of a sudden we're driving it. God, that's slow.
The exit looks clear.
Now we've got cold tyres because the screen went off and we had to start from the pits. So let's see if we can catch at least somebody.
The car ahead is Wyatt. There's an incident in turn 3. We think it might be white. Yellow flag. Let's see if we can get those places back.
So we've already got one person. Really, really sketchy on the tyres now. I think this guy in front's got damage, so there's another one we've caught.
There's an incident in turn 12. It looks like Abel. Yellow flag.
You've got a slow car on the left. The car in front is going on. You've got a slow car on the left.
There's an incident in turn 14. Looks like
They've got a good run out of there.
Yellow flag. There's debris out there. Incident in turn 15.
As we said, cold tyres, so first lap, let's take it easy. This one especially.
Their rating is 2.0.
This is really, really tight, remember. So this guy here is probably the test of where we need to be, really.
21st. In front is now 2.6. Okay, Steve, no chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. B22. Wyatt behind is pitting.
Oh, this is a big one corner. Saved it there. This setup is awful. Awful.
The leader has just done a 149.02. Slippy surface flags out.
It's about as balanced as a bag of marbles, like. Let's get an idea of what time we're looking at.
22nd place.
Porsche in front seems to be getting away. He's getting his bearings now.
Gap to Abel ahead is increasing. It's now 5.9. That's a new fastest lap for Asenko, 148.71.
Well, he's definitely got a better setup than we have.
Alright Steve, fuel window opens on lap 5 and it will close on lap 70. We didn't record any pit timings. The fuel estimates might not be reliable. The gap to Abel ahead is increasing. It's now 7.0 seconds. Fastest lap for Asenko, 148.23.
Car in P1, just after lap 48.231.
Steve, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
The car is exiting the pits. I know this guy.
is 3 laps behind. Fastest lap for Masenko, 1:48.23. There's an incident in turn 14. We think it might be Wyatt. Yellow flag. There's an incident in turn 15. We think it
Thank
might
you,
be
Corey.
Wyatt.
It's just drifty around the corners. There's no traction at all, like. So we're trying to keep a little bit of consistency there. 0.09 from the last time. And yes, it is a little bit boring watching this, but it's all sinking into my head a lot clearer now.
10 seconds.
It's the next step up from the practice. Hey!
Pay attention to track limits, please, Steve. Pit window is open. There'll be traffic when you exit the pits. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P21, a few seconds in front of Javier. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Corey's got the speed up here.
Right. Clear right. You're on the right.
Why would you do that?
The gap to Abel ahead is increasing. It's now 15 seconds. White is pitting from P17. It looks like he'll come out just behind you. Abel ahead is pitting. Abel ahead is pitting.
It looks like we're catching people. I don't know if you've got a pit in this. I don't think you have though. And Connie's not getting away. And obviously these have driven this course all the time. So we're somewhere near.
New fastest lap for Pasenko, 48.22. Okay, Steve, the next car is Ida, B-license. Track limits, watch those lines. The gap to Ida ahead is increasing, it's now 18 seconds. Combs is pitting from P16, we think he'll come out just behind you.
So how many times have you gone off track? Oh, that's much quicker through there, isn't it? Didn't seem to be on there, but it seemed a lot quicker.
So Copes behind is now 15 seconds. Alright Steve, you've used half your fuel. There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like Fish and Wayne.
Nearly went into that second gear there. Awful.
Showing the slippery surface flag. Fish, their rating is 1.9. The track temperature's decreasing, it's now 118 Fahrenheit.
Well, as it gets cooler, it'll get more grippy. At the moment, it's just very drifty. That was the worst off track ever. That
Keep it tidy. Please
must
stay.
have been fractions.
Place. Closing the gap. It's now 10 seconds. Minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
I thought this was a 20-minute race. Turns out it's a 40-minute race with a compulsory pit stop.
Rejoining. Okay, Steve, that's half distance. It should be about 6 laps of fuel left.
These Mustangs must have some great setup on because they're just flying away.
Car number 23. Gap to car number 23. Ahead is now 1.2.
Oh, wide there.
Keep it nice and tidy. You have 6 incident points.
Trying to take it too fast on that corner. Taking liberties now. So slippery still, man. The Mustang's the car to be in with this, look. Far too slow through there.
Copes is gaining on you. The gap's now 3.3. 16th place.
guy behind's fast. We'll give him the corner, not that we've got a choice. It's yours, Jeremy.
Okay, stick alright. Still there. Clear right, clear. 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
You can see you can learn a lot by just sticking behind somebody who's faster as well. It's another good trick. During the race, see where his braking point is. Yes, he's got a different car. He's put the brakes on a lot earlier there. And it helped us get around the corner, to be fair.
Car in front is Copes, B licence. Their rating is 1.8.
But even the fast lads can go off.
The gap in front is now 0.7.
Definitely was.
So we're not too far away if we've got a decent setup. This setup's pants. Far too slippery.
We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. The leader, Senko, is pitting.
I'll watch it after the race.
But the good thing about this whole tutorial and the race thing is the fact you can see that we've gone from being absolute novice to somewhere near, he says, going off track, to somewhere near what others are doing. And it just needs to be finding from there, really. It just needs more and more practice and a bloody setup. Because this setup is awful. I feel like I'm carrying the car myself.
P15, only 2 laps of fuel left.
Thank you.
Okay, Steve, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us.
Fastest lap.
Last lap was at 1:51.54. That's your fastest lap today. The next car is Javier, B license, and their rating is 2.2. Steve, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Track limits.
I'm pitting this lap, Marcel.
Right side's clear. Engage the limiter. We'll fuel you to the end of the race. We expect you'll be coming out of the pits into clear air.
Oh, I've got to
On
slow
exit, we
down.
should be in position 18. You've had a black flag. We'll need to come into the pits.
Damn.
Right here.
God, that was quick. Again, there's another thing you need to practice as well. It's not just the track, it's the pit entry. That took us completely by surprise because it was so
We've
like
got 2 laps
slow.
to come in for this penalty.
So we've got a couple of laps. Hopefully we'll not have to serve it, but it'll come off the time at the end, you know. So let's put the pit limiter on. Yeah, I've got, one of the things for pitting is we've got to set it up on the, I can't remember the name of it now, cabin crew chief, sorry, crew chief, and what that does is you can actually set it up so it will refill your car to the end of the race in something like this anyway.
I'll keep you in the ass next time.
Whoa! This setup is absolute dogs like.
8 incident points. The gap to P3 behind us now. 4.1 seconds. 1 lap ahead.
We're at P19 now, and we'll be even further back once we get the penalty, because that'll be a 40-second penalty job, I think. We might as well serve it straight away because the fast lads are about us, so we'd lose more time like that really.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 25 miles per hour. We think you'll be exiting the pits into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 18. It's fine, you got loads.
We're in 19 now, Jim.
3, 2, 1. Right here. Okay, go. You have about 5 laps of
Oh, so it was just a stop go.
68%.
I thought it was a 40-second penalty. Oh, Bennett had it, just a drive-through. No, I thought it was a 40-second penalty. This is awful in the pits here.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Blue flag. Car right. Clear right.
Oh, he's a flasher. They've got a flasher.
Incident turn 11. Looks like it's Javier. The gap to B17 behind is now 2.7, 1 lap in front. Blue flag. B19. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Car left. Clear left. You're on the left. Right side. Right side's clear. Incident in turn 6. Looks like it's Sanchez.
Hope it's terminal.
There's an incident in turn 14. Looks like Sanchez.
Blue car ahead. Go right.
Blue flag. There's an incident in turn 15. We think it might be Sanchez. There's an incident in turn 7. We think it might be Fish.
Thank you very much.
White flag.
Sorry, I didn't expect you to break that hard. I didn't mean to.
No tires.
White flag, last lap.
Damn!
Okay, Steve, you just cut the track. You have 9 incident points. Masenko has won the race.
I had taken a French test too. That was close.
You have a new set of tires?
I took left front and left rear because all week been at the top flat 10 minutes.
There's an incident in turn 18. It looks like
Wow,
it's
that's
turn
actually an interesting idea.
No, it wasn't turn at all.
Thanks.
Not this turner anyway.
Yeah, like in the last 10 minutes, I think I came out of the
That's the
box
finish.
and
Well
left,
done.
and I was able to get up to you.
Okay, we'll get him next time.
Yeah, you like had a 2 seconds from left.
So Corey mustn't have his mic on. I've raced with Corey before from Canada, I believe he is.
Usually don't
But
pick the
so that
tires
was the
before
race.
you
So
races, but
literally
the
what we've done
track's so
tonight
hot,
has gone from utter
you know,
scratch.
and it's
Other
so
than
fast,
we've driven the
left
car
rear gets
before,
crushed.
we
Yeah,
have
exactly.
now gone right the way through from learning the track from in the pits,
It's interesting actually to see how
right
much
the way
of it-
through to being competitive. Well, not being competitive, but being in a race. And now we're so much better
I just
at
try
this
not to
track.
lose
The next time I
weight
come
on
to
that
this
outlet
track,
when you're vulnerable.
whichever car it may be, if it's this layout, we've got an understanding. Do you know what I mean?
Chances are
So
you
this
make
is
sure
how
that
you
you'll be
learn
faster than
your
everybody else.
tracks and learn the handling of the car. So if you went into with another car, it's a completely different track, even though it's the same one, because of the handling. You'll be able to drift the back end out, or you'll have to just take it a little slower. There's all sorts of stuff you've got to remember. But
Let me know what your left rear
it
rear's
looked
at
the
if you're
part.
going to the
Do you know what I mean?
background.
We're up there. We didn't
Yeah, yeah,
end up
let's see.
last and stuff. Let's see what Hable has to say about it. Marcel, are you talking to me? Get a microphone instead of typing it, obviously, first. Is another good thing.
Yeah, my left rear, I only did, I don't know, probably 10 laps on it. My left rear's at 78% already.
See, he's just left. So he said, Steve, there was another few Steves in there. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any incidents with anybody. We kept out the way and everything. But I hope that gives you a little bit of an understanding of where you need to be. A lot of people ask us, like, when we start racing, what's the first thing you need to do? You need to keep out of trouble, you need to know where you can keep out of trouble. And in order to do that, you need to know what the track is. And you need to know where your skip roads are. Do you know? You need to know where you can sort of keep it wide, but keep driving, but let the people through at the same time. And not all the time do you have to let people through. If they're racing and they're 16th and you're 15th, you don't have to let them through. You just race. But be prepared for punts and all sorts of stuff when you're down in the rookies. But so hopefully you've learned a lot from the likes of that one. What we'll do now is we'll come out of that, because it was quite good, that going from nothing right the way through to the end of the race. So what we did was we'll end up with double red here, guaranteed, because it's a second split. So we're up amongst some decent drivers here. 1830 was the strength of field, 1838, and we lost 38, which is not bad. So if I'm going from nothing, we've only lost 38. We haven't been anywhere near really poor. And this one on here is 0.02 off the safety rating, which isn't a lot. It does look red, but it's not a lot. So if we go to the 148, this shows you the standard that we're racing against, to give you an idea of where you stack up. So 148.2s was the actual winner, eventual winner. in a, looks like a Corvette as well. So definitely a better setup than we had in the Ferrari. It was horrible, drifty as hell. So 148, 148, 149, 148. So 148, 149 is the standard essentially. Top 10's doing 148, 149's fastest laps. All right. And that's right the way through, all the way through. You'll see they were all close. Now, we come in at a 151. Now, we did a 150 in practice. So it shows we're not a million mile away. With a little bit of practice and maybe a slightly different setup, we could definitely start making inroads into these people, you know. So there's no harm in actually sort of seeing all these people who race GT sprint all the time, because they will. They'll race us all the time, and I'll very rarely get into it, being 2 seconds ahead. Some of them not even that. Do you know what I mean? So I've really enjoyed that, and hopefully you have learned something from it as well. So what we'll do is we'll get into it's 9 o'clock. Let's have a look. We'll get into another race. Let's see if we go a little bit different into Formula cars. And we've got Formula C in Barcelona. We've already done that one. Skip Barber at Phillip Island. We've already done that one. Where are we at? Formula V at Summit Point. See, they're a million miles away then. So let's try and find something. IndyCar at Watkins Glen. How do you fancy that? Yeah. We'll see if we can get. That's a fixed series as well. So IndyCar at Watkins Glen. That's coming up shortly. So 9:15, that'll come up. We'll join the practice. These are rapid, these things, like. But we'll see what happens with these. Again, do you know, I'm just like a jack of all trades. As I keep saying to you, I'm jack of all trades, really. So I really need next season, we need to get into a series and really race that car all the time to see what difference it makes, how much we make up on the people who were in front of us that were normally a couple of seconds behind, you know. Obviously, if you're in a lower split, for instance, like a third or the fourth split, I'm all right. I'm all right tonight. I've missed the Sunderland game just for this. The Sunderland game's on about now, and I'm missing it. I don't want to know the score or anything, so I don't put anything in the chat, because I'd rather try and help you lads get further up the line, because I'm dying to see you racing and that, you know. So this is the Watkins Glen that we raced the other night in the, was it the LMP2s we did? I think it was the LMP2s we did. We've done a few cars in this. Sure it was. But this one here, we are going with the fixed setup. So if we go to garage, you go down here and it'll say fixed setup lit up there, so you can't put one of your own setups on. So that gives you like a closer race as well, because they can't do these alien setups on there that you can't afford or can't find, you know. But so let's get into practice. Now this is Rappidsville. This is probably as fast as the Formula Supers, believe it or not. But we'll wrap it up with this tonight.
Pit lane speed limit is 40 miles
Now,
per hour.
We've got the brake bias on here, but I haven't got a toggle so I can change it, you know what I mean?
Disengage limiter, please, Steve.
Now, I believe these have got a push to pass as well, but I haven't mapped the push to pass button. I probably might do. So we could be last in this because I don't know what the push to pass is. I never race the things. Saved it there. God, it's hot in here now. Woo. Well, that gear's not going down there. And what was happening there? Right. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at this car and see if we can find out anything about it, really. Info into there, about the car itself. The weather's going to be fine. The car itself, that's it.
The track temperature's decreasing.
Rules.
It's now 76
Cars
Fahrenheit.
consider track limits. Corner exit. Corner exit. That's it. So it's not saying push to pass. I'm sure they did say they had a push to pass on these, like. No, it doesn't say anything with it, like. Oh well. So we've done a lap, but for some strange reason it didn't. Oh, it would stop before the line. It's always a it's always a shocker that you stop before the line and you wonder why you haven't got the time. Great stuff. But it's 3 minutes, so what we'll do is we'll just try and have a look at the people who are whizzing around. That's the car we're racing. Well, not our car, but our car's got red and white graphics on, obviously. So I think it's last year's or the year before's IndyCar. Bit of a mistake there. Oh, lovely rejoin. Not. I would imagine the tow will be quite good in this. So let's see who's in. We've got Johnny and Stewie's in, and two others. So if you're not Johnny or Stewie, by all means hit the subscribe button. You could be our 50th subscriber. We're now at 48. We need 2 more to get 50 subscribers. Most people will say 10,000 or 16,000 or whatever it is, or 3 million or whatever. What we're doing is just trying to get as many people in as we can. If we get to 50, it's another milestone for us. So if you're sitting in there and you're sitting waiting for the race to start, which I thank you very, very much for tuning in, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I think it's a really bad word, subscribe, because people think, oh, they're going to have to pay for something. You don't have to pay for it, you just hit the subscribe button. And it basically tells you when I'm on next. Hit the little bell that's on there as well. It'll give you a little alert on your phone as to when I'm going to be on there. And you get racing like this, all sorts of different cars. And it's literally me sitting in the car practically. It's as close as you can get to realistic. Do you know what I mean? No, you don't win a Mars bar actually. You win me gabbing in your ear trying to get you to buy a rig and buy your iRacing. You know what that's like, Johnny. You were about 40th. Stewie was 35th. I think the hat will come off now actually. We've got tropical conditions in the shed. Let's go down to 1 sunshine. Oh, that's off, it's dead. You can see that happen straight away, couldn't you? Ding, the back end came out and it was curtains. So let's get into our lobby and see what we're stacking up against for the last part of tonight. And if you remember, and this is the most exciting part of the week, used to be my weekend, or the Friday night or Saturday night or whatever, go dancing and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, really dancing. And so that used to be my life. But now the best day of my life is Tuesday morning. And the reason the best day of my life is Tuesday morning is because all the tracks and all the combinations change. So you'll have Mazdas somewhere else and you'll have... And what we'll do is I'll go through what they're going to be tomorrow. If you sort of randomly mention a couple of cars that you want to race, like the Mazda, like the Formula V, like, you know, that type of thing, I'll tell you where they're racing next week. So you can maybe get a sneaky practice tomorrow of those tracks, and maybe even try your first ever rookie race, both of you. So that could be exciting to watch. You know, could be exciting to watch that. Because like we say, you could come along here, sign into your account and race your account on this rig and see where you come. That'd be good. That'd be good to watch, actually. We'll not broadcast it or anything. And you might even get a Mars bar. If you don't embarrass us, you might get a Mars bar. Or if you don't embarrass yourself, you might get a Mars bar. I'll show you where the shop is. So we've only got 56 seconds of practice. The pointless going out there. Pressure's on. Could be. So what we'll do is we'll do this race, see exactly what happens. It's the official 10 laps, so it's not too long of a race. little bit of a mess about, really, to be fair. And then we'll have a look at, if you have a sit and think of what cars you've driven and what cars you like driving, you know, the likes of the GR86, the Formula V, the Mazda, all that type of thing. And then by all means, we'll find out where the tracks are. I'll say, yeah, it's worth doing, or no, it's not worth doing, that type of thing. Because some of them can be awful tracks and they're just horrendous from start to finish. However, where are you going to learn if you don't get on the track, you know? There's going to be a point somewhere where you've got to get on the track. And it's not going to be pleasant, but you might as well get out the road as soon as you can. And then what we'll do is we'll discover, oh, hang on, I've just had a thought. I've just had a thought. Somebody said today in Billy Irish's video, somebody said the Mazdas were at the Nordschleife tomorrow. So it might be the Formula One track. We don't know. We'll see where the GR86s are and stuff like that. Stewie, what would be your preference for a car? And where's Carmen tonight? Does somebody come back off holiday or something? And she's like smoking herself to death. Packing 80 tabs or something. Get her on. She must be one of the four watching, surely.
The track temperature's rising.
Which track with a Johnny's Corner? Every track you've had's got a Johnny's Corner. It's like every state in America's got a Springfield. Like the Simpsons. That's why they've actually called the place Springfield, because every state in America has a Springfield. It's like this. Every track on the game has a Johnny's Corner.
We have 2 laps to set a decent time.
So we'll have cold tyres again. It is a real thing. I know I keep saying it, but it is a real thing. I mean, we're going to be nowhere near the rest of the people on here, like, but I'm sure this regen thing 7 is a push to pass. I don't know about it, so we'll not be using it. Right, let's see what time we can get.
30.53.
1:30, man, Jesus.
The leader has just done a 1:30.09.
1:30.09 to beat.
The leader has just done a 1:29.00.
Oh, the news gets worse.
11. You've just done a 134.01.
Miles off. Miles off. Good 5 seconds off the leader. Tell you there's a push to pass somewhere.
Flag.
132. I definitely think there's a push to pass somewhere. Like, I could be wrong, as I say. I'll ask the lads. Is there a push to pass in this car? See if anybody comes back. It's worth a shout.
Yeah. Not during qualifying, mate.
Oh, but there is during the race, yeah?
Yeah, you'll have it during the race to get so many seconds of it.
There you go. Push to pass during the race. So let's go settings. And how we set this up is you go to driving, interface, graphics, audio, search, that type of thing. Let's go driving. Input calibration, driving aids. Driving aids may be on. We're looking down here for push to pass. Reduce force parked. Let's go keybinds. I think it'll be on here. So on here somewhere it'll be on push to pass. Let's have a look. Second clutch. There you go, push to pass,
the end of the session.
overtake.
P12.
So if you click on that there, then what you can do is you can actually just set any button that you've got up for a push to pass. So let's set up the lights button. We'll set the lights button up because there's no lights on this, so pointless, isn't it? So let's see where we are in relation to everybody else. So we're 12th on the grid with a 132.
P12. Okay, Steve, we'll be in the mid-pack here. We're expecting you to finish in position 11. The track temp is 85 Fahrenheit. The air temp
So reminders on, the push to
66.
pass is the lights.
Strength of field is 1,797.
We'll just put another sun on there in the shed. And I think the place for the push to pass would be just after turn 1, really. I don't know how it works, but we'll try it that way. I think you might get only like a certain amount of them. It says regen 7 there, so I don't know what that means. That must be you have to get it to regen 7 before you can actually push the push to pass. I could be wrong.
Still waiting on 2 cars.
A14, is Crash your real name or is that just your sim name? Because, I mean, for racing, that's great.
That is my real name, yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And if that's not enough neon for a second name, man, you should be a film star, stuntman or something.
There are 2 additional centre tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Crash neon. It sounds like a colour on the Dulex chart, doesn't it? It's like some sort of pink. Like a really deep pink. Crash neon. The new paint from Dulex.
This is a rolling start. Follow car number 18. Race car speed is 56 miles per hour.
And there probably will people crash on the warm-up lap here. That's how crackers it is. They'll be able to drive them fast, but they can't drive them slow. What I like to do is, to warm the tyres up, I find if you just hold the brakes on a little bit, the temperatures go up. You can see the temperatures, the bottom right there. Sorry, that's not the temperature. Oh, it is, in Fahrenheit, I suppose. So you can see the temps going up there. I think you need to get them at about 100 or so, I would have thought. Still cold, it says there. Oh, look at it, he's just gone right there, absolutely smashed into the other blow. What happened there?
18 to pass. We need to follow car number 8 in the left column.
Well, that was fun. So we've gained 2 places and we're still on the warm-up lap. That's very blue, the car behind us, Maximilian Helic. That's the car Crash Neon should be driving. That blue car with the pink wheels. That's definitely Crash Neon's car, surely to God.
You need to close the gap to the guy ahead, please, Steve. We need to catch up to car number 8.
I mean, we're not going to be competitive here, I've got no delusions about that. We'll probably get crashed into turn 1, to be honest, by the looks of these rounders.
Catch up to car number 8.
About to go green, stay focused.
I mean, most of them can't do a warm lap with brake lights, so God knows what happens here.
Are you ready? Watch for the lights. Here we go.
Great job, keep going.
Car right. Clear right. On your right.
Just let them through.
Clear right. Car right. Right side's clear.
Right, now what we can do is just settle in and watch them make mistakes.
You got a slow car on the left.
Incident in the inner loop. It looks like Turnbull. There's an incident in the outer loop. Looks like
Reflexes of a stroke victim.
Okay, Steve. The next car is Alec B license, and their rating is 1.1.
Oh, look at this car here, he's got a note on the back of the car. You've got no fin on that yellow car, mate.
Clear right.
So that was attractive shit.
You're in the top
10th position.
There's the push to pass. As soon as you put the brake on, it's a bit like DRS. Comes back off.
The gap to the 11 behind is now 0.6.
Cool tyre still.
There's an incident in turn 9. We think it might be Boris.
car stop on the left. Go right.
The leader has just done a 129.03.
Top 10.
P9. That was 133.09. Faster than you, entering heel. Good lap, that's your best in the session. incident in turn 9. It looks like. Try again. The gap behind is now 1.1. The lap time was 1:32.07. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Incident in turn 1. We think it might be. Try again. Okay, Steve, you're halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. That's your fastest lap. Now 1.0 seconds. Car number 13, V license, and their rating is 1.6. The guy in front is Alec, V license, and their rating is 1.1. That lap time was 1:31.40. Push, we can get this guy. Car right. Clear right.
Let them fight it out.
Come on, keep pushing.
Tyres are going like. Tyres are definitely going.
Alright Steve, the next car is Hudson V license, and their rating is 1.7. 10th position. laps left. Keep him in your sights, force the mistake.
There's going to be all sorts of dive bombs here.
Looks like it's Turnbull. White flag, one more to go. Left side. Clear left. On your right. Still there. Clear right.
Are you mental or what?
Pick up that corner and go straight
Incident
down.
till the outer loop. It looks
Can you
like
drive?
Turnbull. You have 5 incident points.
Might have lost the downforce. Watch for oversteer. You're going on the current front. The gap is 1.6 seconds.
The car ahead is Turnbull. Left side. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Paul has won.
We've died.
You have 7 incident points.
But that was a heck of a battle, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Really sorry for the fun about stuff there.
You've got 1 gallon left.
Man, Charles, you were moving at the end, dude. I was sweating my mirror.
Well, that's what happens.
Stayed behind that guy for 1 lap too long. We're in a 29
Obviously, he's
with
just
our
damaged the
car.
back of the car. He's don't take any hits at all, like, and he's damaged the back of the car and it's just spinning out. Absolutely unbelievable. And to be honest, this is typically what happens is they'll go into this, and if you have a look in, Maximilian will have disconnected straight away. What an arsehole. Disconnected straight away, and rather than saying sorry, something like that, why do I get the ones who are just dicks? Like, just, if you're the slowest people in the world when you're racing, just don't be a dick. Didn't be. Crazy, man. Let's have a look at the accident. See, we ended up 13th, I think, in total. Let's see if we can find the incident. Yeah, we've got some sort of damage. It's just
retired.
overturned something rotten like. So we're coming up here. Right, and you think there's two cars in front of us. There's going to be contact. Let's just take our time a little bit here. Do you know? So up we come. We're both racing for it. I'm obviously going to ease out and let him take the corner. This guy doesn't know about it. Just plows straight into the back of me. I mean, what are you doing? If you're going to have to ham the brakes on like that, why are you that close? And the thing is, it doesn't look like it's got any damage, but as we saw the other night, it was an absolute write-off and there wasn't anything wrong with the car. But with the likes of this, it's obviously got back damage somewhere, puncture or something. I don't know what it is. But he's already damaged the car, and it, like, even if he hadn't damaged the car, it would be a case of we've lost so much time anyway, you know. So back there, and I could feel it there, it was just wanting to come out. No, I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to was it lap 1 or 2? May have been lap 1. Let's have a look. So this is lap 2. I think it might have been lap 2. Yes, it might have been lap 2. Let's go forward a little bit to see exactly what happened here. He hit the bump. Did he spin out? No, he didn't. No, it wasn't that one. So it must have been lap 1. Let's go with lap 1. This, I'm hedging me bets on this one. Like, this is definitely lap 1. So as we go up the straight, everybody's well behaved on turn 1. And then all hell breaks loose. So we'll go with the leader. See if anything happened to him in the bus stop. Oh, they're about 25 wide here. Oh, they're not. They're behaving themselves. So it's not the leader, I don't think. Let's go. Ooh. Let's go next. Was it him? No, he was all right. Next, the green car. Oh, hang on. Next was the green car. Was it him? No, oh, it's already happened. Look, top right hand corner. It's already happened. So we need to get to the next car back, don't we? So let's just wind it back a little. It was already happening here. So let's go. Oh, no. Let's go with this to see if we can see what happened in the corner. So the green car went in. Oh, this car here has hit the back end of this one. Exactly the same as my incident. He's hit the back of there and gone straight on. He's spinning out in the Formula Llama car. The green car thinks, ooh, get in. But has to stop because he's going the wrong way. He should have gone on the inside. The yellow car on the inside then has been smashed into because he was the one with no wing on the back. This is all on one corner, by the way. So there's that there. He then hits this one here that's stationary. Because the thing is, hold your brakes. Way! That is definitely a photograph I want to keep. Look at that. That is quality. Absolute quality. Let's get me camera on that. That is superb quality, that. So let's try and get into that. Oh, no, that's a little bit too far that way. And we'll try and zoom in a little. Let's see if we can do it with the WASD. And what we'll do is, if we can get it so it's central to the picture. And then we'll go Control Shift and print screen. Which one is that one here? Can't see the print screen button on this one. Let's go with that one. No, it's not that one. Let's have a look, see if we can find print screen. Pause break, page down. That is print screen. Control Shift print screen. There we go. And then we go with iRacing screenshots. And we'll go with airborne, should we? Go airborne Indy. Let's save that. So what it does is it actually gets 4 different shots of the screen, builds up the screen. It's all a learning curve for you. Him smashed to bits. Him hit the other bloke. It's an absolute UFO. So that's saved as a screenshot now. So we can come out of there and see if there's anything else. So then what we'll do is, if we go into, hang on, next, no. So this is us coming around the corner now. So if we rewind it, and then go into our cockpit view, let's relive. So this is what you're coming up to. You don't know there's anything happened. There's no blue flag yet. Sorry, yellow flag yet. You don't know what's happening. So you've got to be a little bit cautious. Some people just aren't cautious and they just plough into it. And the guy behind us, when he hit us, just hang on. You're never going to overtake anybody in the bus stop. So, especially when they're too wide in front of you, it's pointless. But some of them got absolutely no nous whatsoever. So let's just go through this slowly. This is slow motion. So as soon as you see that, see, I just saw that there. That's literally what you're looking out for. Because you know there's going to be a crash or something in the first lap of this. Just looking for that little bit of smoke there and you think, hang on a second. Don't slow down too much, otherwise the guy behind you just absolutely ploughs into you. So you see that there. The bloke says, oh, yellow flag. Obviously in the yellow flag in there. So you know they're quite wide out there. But what you don't know is what's going to hit them. So you're going to go around the corner as normal. And then it's not till you get about here that you see how many cars are involved. It's an absolute traffic jam. And as you get around the corner, you think there's one out wide. These are all the things that just go through your head in a split second. one out wide. You're all of a sudden looking on the inside to see if there's a path down there. So you're either going to go on the outside of it or the inside of it. So you need to see where the paths are. So you think outside, inside, as soon as there's an accident. So you think, right, where we're at. And as you get to here, you think, hang on, there's a car outside. There's all this here. There's only this little bit of grass here that looks like it's available. So you think, right, there's a car here going to go on the outside. And I'm thinking, this is the avenue. These are getting through. So this is the way to go through. Keep it tight. Do you know? So as you're going through, you think, right, these are right in the middle here. These are getting through. This bloke here. I'm just sussed. This bloke here. Hang on. Let's. Where's he at? No, not that one. Hang on. There's ructions on here. Because these are the two in the middle. This bloke in here is doing a stunt show for somebody. Oh, let's have a look at the camera for that. Let's see if we can whiz around him. No. Oh, we need to come out of that car, don't we? Let's get it into chopper mode. No, not into chopper mode. Let's go into chase mode. And what we'll do is we'll go. We need to get the right car to be fair. Let's go next, 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 next. There he is. So let's whiz around him. It's a canny trick if you can pull it off, like. Stuntman. It is a canny trick. But yeah, so that's what happened. There was ructions on there. And if we go back, that's where we are. Let's go back to cockpit. So there's bits hitting us and all sorts of stuff. So if we just keep going. And then you just slow it down, keep it tighter. At that point there, you know you're in with a chance of avoiding it. Because the only thing he'll do is go forward, if anything. So you're back in with a chance. He's still bouncing this other bloke. So we're on the grass and we thought, right, here we go. There's the guy on the two wheels. He's lost it completely. We've slowed down. A couple of cars have come past behind us. But we've safely navigated it. So that was a laugh. But let's get into it and see where we stacked up. We ended up 13th, which I'm not too fussed about, to be fair. This is the information for it. And we've got top split. I mean, that's top split, you know. 1797 strength of field. We lost 22, which we wouldn't have if we were getting 10th, I don't think. And 0.17 off safety rating, just because he hit us. We had nothing to do with that, to be fair. Just an idiot, like. But that's how it was going. And times-wise, 129 was the time they were going round in. I think we were a lot slower than that, to be honest. 131, though. So we had a 129, so effectively 2 seconds. And what we were, 7 seconds away, something like that at first. But the push to pass makes a difference, like. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Again, in the Formula cars, I enjoyed that. I don't know if that, no, I think you've got to buy that one. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong. It could be a free car, though. That could be a free car, that one. So have a look at it, see exactly what's what. I'm going in to see if we're still unbeaten at the Stadium of Light. You can have a bit of practice if you want. It's fabulous that you've actually joined in with us tonight. I'm pleased that you're still sitting there listening to my waffle, because you do learn stuff, even though it's boring. But I do like to give people information to see what they're aware of. So if you do see a crash in future in front of you, think, which direction is he travelling? Go the other direction. That's the best way to avoid it. All right. Listen, it's been great to see you. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you tomorrow night with new tracks.